Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, hi. I'm Mandy, Creative Memories Advisor. Welcome. Don't forget that I am looking to expand my community of scrapbookers and advisors. So if you'd like to hold a beginner class and earn some free stuff, whether you're local to me or not, we can figure that out. Or if you would like to get your hobby paid for or slightly paid for, or just earn commission on what you're already buying, let me know, because it only costs you, actually they're paying you $1 right now. And I have a bundle of goodies for my next recruit, 2 punches and an album. Plus you get an album from Creative Memories. So it's a great deal. Let me know if you're interested. Also, I have a new membership program on here. We have Super Thanks, Super Chat, and a membership program. I'm not really sure how Super Chat or Super Thanks works. I would love for somebody to try it out and tell me because I'm not really sure. But my membership program has extra perks that only my members get. I'm really excited about it. I would love for you to support me so that I can continue to provide content for you. So we have that. Today I am working with the Argyle recipe template. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. I've done a few videos in the past, but I just got this template. I'm super excited about it. It has lots of fun shapes and can be combined, and I'm excited. I'm making a title page for my 2023 scrapbook, which obviously I haven't started yet, but I'll have a title page for it. So let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I do always, there's the Argyle recipe template. The very first thing I do is trace all the shapes onto the backer sheet that comes in the package, so that once I cut the pieces, I have somewhere to lay them off to the side and I know where they go. You don't always have to cut every little shape. You can take sections. You can do just pieces. Like today I'm gonna do these pieces. I really love those, but I also love this shape. So I'm gonna do a couple of different things. I love this little area here. So I think I'll do part of this, and then I love these, and then I'm just gonna do some squares. So I'm gonna measure it real quick with my 0 centering ruler. And I think this square is about, let's see how big these are. These are 2 3/4 inch squares, but I'm thinking we're doing more experimenting with Mandy. Don't worry. If you're new here, this is normal. I think we need 3.5 inch squares. So I'm gonna do 5 3.5 inch squares. We're gonna get the easy part out of the way first. So 3.5 inch squares. I'm using some wide open places, which I believe is on Last Chance. And I want 4 out of this guy. So I'm gonna do 3.5 inch squares with this cow print that I love so much. I need 4 of them. What's the other side like? Just dirt. So we need 1 more 3.5 inch square. Little trick, your blade is exactly 1 inch from each side of your housing. So if you line your housing up at 4.5, the edge of my housing is at 4.5 inches, and cut up, that's 3.5 inches. So you can just cut a square out of your paper, save some. So I'm gonna line it up at 4.5 and cut up. Perfect. All right, so there's 4 of those. Now we need 1 more for the middle of our page. And let's do this tin. Again, I'm gonna line my housing up at 4.5 and cut. And then I'm gonna twist my paper, line it up at 3.5, line my housing up at 4.5 and cut. Perfect. All right, then we have a bunch of little squares on here. if you see all these little guys, I want to make a bunch of those. So those are 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches. And I want 2 with this paper. So 1.25 inches. But I only want 2 of them. Since I'm using the bottom, it's a little harder to measure. 1.25 inches, 1, 2. Pretty good. All right. And then, let's see, what else do I want? I want 1.25 inches out of the cow print. I want 2 of those. Trying to conserve paper here. 1.25 inches plus 1.25 inches is 2.5. So if I lined it up at 3.5, don't you love having to do math? 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches. Okay, so you see I'm just using the basic shapes. Here, I'll lay this out so you can start seeing the vision here. All right, so these guys are gonna go in the corners. So I'm basically just using the shapes as a jumping off point, I guess. That's supposed to be cow print, but you can't tell because it's so little. All right, so now we need some more little squares. So I have this barnwood look. So we're gonna line it up at 1.25 inches and go down to 3.5. And cut 2 at 1.25 inches. All right, so let's put these here and here. And then with that same paper, I think I'm gonna cut these triangles. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna take my template, and I need 4 of them. Get my pencil out. This is the back, this is the side I'm not gonna use. So there is a little fussy cutting involved with these guys. So we'll get our scissors out. And I know it's probably impossible for you guys to see this on the video, but I got my pencil lines and I'm just gonna cut along those lines as best I can. I did not pass cutting in kindergarten, just so you know. So I try and avoid fussy cutting as much as possible. All right, let's see. That looks good. Oh, but we're doing the opposite. I don't like that side. I'm gonna trim this up. All right, so this one, I have to go down here. I'm sure you math whizzes can figure out easier ways to do this, like with your trimmer. There probably is a really simple way. but we're gonna do it the hard way. See, I forgot this little piece I gotta cut off. Okay. You could measure this, make a strip, and cut it on the 45 on your trimmer. That's what you could do. All right, so I'm thinking, and this could be wrong for thinking this, but if this is the same size as this, then I think I can cut some more squares and cut them in half to make the triangles. What do you guys think? I'm just thinking. So I have one more piece of paper that I like. So we're gonna try and cut some squares out of this at 3.5. I'm gonna cut 1, 2, let's cut 2 and see how far we get. 3.5, well, we'll just cut 3 because we can get 3 out of a strip. So now I want to cut 1 in half, and that'll be this piece and this piece. So I'm just going to line the points up on my cut line and cut. Oh, no, it's not going to work. Let's cut it in half again and see what happens. We might have, oh, there we go. There we go, folks. We're just gonna have to cut it a whole bunch of times. To make the little squares. Okay, this is coming together. I'm liking it. All right. Now we need a bunch of little squares. So it's like half of half of half of half. So let's cut this in half. And then just cut, cut, cut. We're just cutting squares into triangles. A lot of them. And it's pretty easy to do because you just line your little points up on the cut line. Yes, I'm loving it. I might fast forward you through this if it gets too boring. We have one more set of little squares to cut. My trimmer needs some grease. Oh, this is gonna be so cute as a title page for my 2023 book. See, now it's all laid out over here so I can transfer it to its actual page easily. So we could have got away with 2 squares. And you could stack these to make it quicker probably. And you can also make notes on here. So we know these squares are 3.5 inches and these are 1.25 inches. So we can make notes right on our backer sheet. All right, we need 2 more 1.25 inches. What do I like best? It's either this or this leather. I'm thinking the leather since I already cut this. So if you cut a strip 1.25 inches and then cut it at diagonals, you could get the same shape. We got our, I'm gonna use the backer sheet to build on. So I'm gonna set this aside and just transfer everything. Let's get the adhesive out. So I guess that's about a 1/2 inch around. There we go. It's close. Okay. I'm gonna do all 4 corners. And these do come with little clips that keeps it where it's supposed to go. Or even on your page. And repo is not a bad idea. Of course, I'm a risk taker. You can always fix it later. It's not exactly what you want. It's coming together though. Perfect. This next part, I'm gonna go ahead and use some repo inside of all of these and just stick them in there, hopefully. That's my plan. We'll see how well it goes. Yep, I think it's gonna work. So you're just oh, that one's not gonna work. Just transferring. We're gonna have to pop this off for it to reach. Not reach. All of these are I'm just kind of putting them sort of where they go. I'm gonna have to rearrange a little. And I'll go ahead and lift this off. See, they're kind of stuck. Okay. And we'll just fix it the way we want it. Might take a little finagling. I love that word. Let's finagle it. That one looks pretty good. This one needs turned. And this is when repo is a brilliant idea. This one needs to come in a little more. This one looks pretty good. We'll stick the rest of these down and move on to the next square. I love it. I'm gonna put this guy in the middle. Or abouts. These go like so. coming together so cute. I might fast forward you through this taping process. I think you get the idea now. There we go. And that looks pretty darn good. All right, we're ready to embellish. I'm gonna put this guy away. I got some stickers here that I wanted to use. Let's see. Remember, this is a title page for my 2023, sorry. Easy Living. I think that would be perfect, but probably needs popped up. I loved this collection. It fit my area, my lifestyle so well. And I'll just put a family picture on here, and that'll be my title page for my book. Let's find some cute things to go underneath, like the windmill and the wheat. Cute. And then maybe the boots and the hat. And love this, because I do love this. I do love this life. All right. And I think my title page is ready. I might put 2023 on it, maybe, if I find some stickers I like. But other than that, what do you think? Thanks for watching. Hope you liked that. Let me know if you can help me with a beginner class or if you want to join my team. And don't forget about my membership program. And if you're not already loved by an advisor, you can get your Argyle template right there. Thanks so much. Have a good day. See you next time.